Hello, welcome to our
Hello.
thoughts on A Game of Wool episode 4.
These are our opinions. You may have different opinions. You may have the same opinions. Everyone's opinions are fine. We're a big petri dish of different opinions.
Oh, okay. So, what did you think? So last week I couldn't remember what this week was going to be, could I? Somebody reminded me that it was kids' costumes.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good idea.
It was an enjoyable challenge.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a part of the show.
What do you mean?
It was an enjoyable challenge, and...
Are you just going to say what you just said again in
Yeah.
in a different tone?
No, it was an enjoyable challenge, but in the context of what the show is, once again, a game of wool, looking for the best knitter.
Yes, so I've been having a debate with somebody over on Facebook about this, because they said that it's a game of wool, so it can include crochet. But the tagline of the show, it says it underneath the title, Britain's Best Knitter.
Yeah.
And they're crocheting.
Yeah.
If I applied thinking it was a knitting competition and they said, oh, you need to crochet, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can crochet, but I prefer knitting. Knitting is where my skill set is best.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the next 2 weeks you're crocheting.
There's also that
and
thing
they want
of
to see different crochet stitches.
the builder ex-army guy,
Simon,
there you go, you remembered his name. 2 weeks ago,
couldn't
he
crochet.
couldn't really crochet and messed up his stained glass, and now he's whipping out full crochet garments. Yeah, that's a bit. Aside from that, though, the challenge overall, I thought was good. I definitely think they're editing it in a way that Olga just comes across as grumpy.
Yeah.
And at the start of it, when who's the guy that got the badge?
Isaac.
As soon as Isaac said, "Oh, my mum would love me to
get a badge," you knew he was going to get
like,
a badge.
right, he's getting the badge.
Yeah, and they showed something of Dipty as well, and as soon as they showed it, I said to you, she's going home. So yeah, the editing isn't helping.
I've noticed with the judges as well, like the judges will say a word, they'll be like, all right, and then it will just be silence and it will do cutaways to faces going.
Yeah.
And there's no chemistry with the judges.
No. So we made some notes this week, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, what did you think of the challenge?
I liked the idea. I think some contestants did a better job than others. Obviously, that's going to happen. I loved Holger's, but then foxes are my favourite animal. So I was a little bit biased.
Yeah, but I thought Olga's was a bit safe.
But the hat, I thought the hat was great.
The hat was great.
And the tail.
But when you say fox, it was a hat and a tail. The rest was blue dungarees.
Yeah.
When you break it down like that. But then when you look at Elsa's,
yeah,
the zebra and that stitch pattern was like incredible.
Yeah, that was good in the eyes.
Yeah, the lion was just phenomenal. That was my favourite of that challenge. And even Isaac's. I liked Isaac's simplicity because if you've got kids, you don't want to be trying to put trousers on and this, that and all the other. Just whip some on because they're going to play with 5 minutes and then whip it off again.
Isaac's was very good with the...
But once again, Intarsia.
Yeah.
It seems to be his...
That's his thing.
It's his thing.
But he has improved over the last 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks or is it 14 months of practice in between? We don't know.
Well, no, it was filming.
And they also said about, when we heard about this challenge, my kids suggested this and this. So there is a obvious time placement between here's the challenge and here's you.
Yeah, so you've got time to practice.
Yeah. I just thought lion for me, Elsa zebra, Isaac's explorer. That's my top 3. I thought Olga's was good. Execution, obviously phenomenal. But to me, it just felt boring. Because it wasn't full fox. It was fox wearing dungarees. There was only a bit of fox showing through.
Yeah. Oh, I really liked it. I really liked the hat. The fox hat.
So what would your top 3 be?
Holger's.
Yeah.
Lydia's, the lion.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate how much work and construction went into the zebra, but I didn't like it.
Okay. I thought it was cool that it came off a vintage pattern.
Yeah.
That she was inspired by.
I appreciate it, but I wouldn't, if I saw it in a shop, the pattern, Like Serdar selling the pattern?
Yeah, we'll touch on that.
I wouldn't buy it to make it for our daughter. I liked that she put a little bit of pink though, with the black and the white. And there isn't a third one.
Okay.
Oh no,
Fair.
that is 3.
That is 3, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there isn't any. No, did I say Isaac's?
I can't remember.
I did like Isaac's. It was very simple, but it was very neat.
It was simple, it was neat, and it was finished really well.
Yeah.
And the stitching he did for the top was really nice.
Yeah, and the spiral on the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hang on, what notes have I made?
What
then?
notes have you got? For single challenge only.
Okay, so I wrote down what the judges said at the beginning that they were looking for. So a unique outfit, standout design, lovely stitch work, crochet only, 3 elements, instantly recognisable.
But I wouldn't have looked at Olga's and gone, fox and dungaree, like fox.
Yeah, you would have, because it had a fox.
It had a fox, but I wouldn't look at that and go, okay, that's a fox wearing dungarees. Where do I know? Right, okay.
But it stands out.
It stands out, but I'm also like, whereas I'd look at Isaac's about Explorer. Oh, that's a lion. That's a crayon.
Yeah, so I think the 4 that we're talking about did achieve that, and the lovely stitch work. Isaac's stitch work with his
Intarsia globe.
No, the I can't remember what the stitch was now that he used.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's crochet.
Spike stitch, was it? Yeah. And then my next note here is pinata skit, Dan's bum clenched.
Yeah. Anything with Tom Daly trying to be funny just makes me want to eat myself alive. Like, I just want to start gnawing my own face and consuming my whole body. It just...
We got away with it for a couple of weeks, didn't we? But he seemed to be
It's
back.
getting worse. The sitting in the paddling pool, the pinata thing.
The paddling wool, he said.
Oh, whatever.
I'm sure I heard him say paddling wool.
Probably. And the pinata thing, like, you're not funny. The chemistry isn't there. The chemistry is definitely not there with the judges.
Well, everybody's busy crocheting, not knitting. So they've not got time.
Yeah,
to
but if you and I'm going to come back to MasterChef, they still have a laugh. The contestants still show a smile.
Right, we're going to have to do a review of MasterChef.
I get the distinct... And Thingy, who did the lion... Lydia sums it up best, because every time he does stuff like that, she just rolls her eyes like, right. And Isaac going, oh, you're doing that now? Like, everybody's just over it. They're like, just go away. As soon as you went outside, lock the door. Done.
My next note is Dan thinks Lydia's is the best.
Yeah. It just looked...
It was a very good lion.
If I saw that on a mannequin in a shop, handmade by somebody, blah, 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 I know the whole ethics of crochet before anyone jumps on me, I'd look at that and go, that's amazing, have all my money. That was my standout favourite. It looked the cleanest, it looked stylish. It just, for me, that was...
With the mane.
Yeah, that mane was cool.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so... Well, my next notes are about the team challenge.
Well, before we get on to team challenge, we should talk about these costumes that they've done, because Serdar has released them as patterns. They've released Isaac's Explorer, the lion, the zebra, and Olga's fox and dungarees.
Yeah.
I'm on two fences about it, because I don't know who gets credit for the pattern at that point.
So we got the email yesterday, didn't we? But I've not looked at it because we hadn't watched the show yet, so I didn't want to spoil what people had made for myself. So...
Even though if you look at the previews, they've just spoiled it anyway.
Well, I didn't.
Okay. You can't remember it anyway.
No. So I don't know who has written the patterns.
I don't think that email says.
Maybe we could ask.
We could ask. It just feels a bit... If they're not getting the credit for what they've done, it feels a bit gross.
Yeah.
So I'm in two minds whether to bring the patterns in. We don't have all the yarn colours.
But you have to buy quite a lot at once, don't you, of the patterns?
20 patterns.
Of one design?
I think it's across all of them.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I think it's 20. Or it might be 40.
I feel like you told me it was 40.
It might be 40.
That's loads.
I can't remember. I don't think it was a lot of money.
So did they use Sirdar wool then?
Yeah, they used bonus.
All of them used bonus?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh. Why didn't they use stories?
I don't know. Well, this is the thing with the patterns. I think people, like the lion one, I'd like to have in stock.
We haven't got any children's fancy dress.
We haven't got any children's fancy dress parties, so I feel like they'll do well. But I also feel a bit gross having somebody else's work that they're not getting credited for. I don't know. Is that just me? What do you think? Do you think we should bring the patterns in?
We'll have to have a look and maybe ask.
Yeah, here's some examples that Sirdar have sent us of them. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. We'll see.
We'll ask about it a bit more, I think, before we jump on that.
Yeah. Anyway, group challenge.
Yeah, so the team challenge. So again, I've written down what the judges were looking for.
So I still think group challenge, bin it.
So it was a wall hanging for a child's bedroom, and then Tom said, think fantastical beasts, really imaginative, cosmic characters, superheroes, as imaginative as you can, interactive and sensory elements.
Right, hear me out here.
Right.
One group was great. One group, if you looked from a distance, looked amazing. Dipped his group. Loads of elements, loads of interaction and blah, blah, blah. But it was a catastrophe in terms of execution. Like, stuff wasn't the right size, different crochet to knitting, and a lot of issues. Well, then the judges were like, oh, it does this, all this is it, all this. And then you've got Isaac's group that in that time executed for me a much cleaner product.
Yeah.
Doing the background across all three was smart. It looked a lot better, but there was less interaction. And they moaned about it.
Yeah.
You've got 8 hours. Do you want finished, clean, presentable, with a bit of the fantastical elements and interaction? Or do you just want a Hail Mary that looks crap that you're moaning about, but oh look, there's a zip. So
yeah, but there was nothing fantastical about, like, fantastical beasts. I would think dragons, mermaids, unicorns. There was nothing.
Oh.
There was no fantastical beasts. There was no superheroes. They specifically said at the beginning that they wanted fantastical beasts, superheroes. Really,
it looks like Tom Daly.
Really imaginative stuff, and one of them did shapes.
I think the shape one was all right,
but it wasn't fantastical.
It was like a fantastical monster thing.
I don't think either of them fit the brief. Like, if I was in any of those teams, I'd have been like, well, no, we're not doing that.
No, but I think Isaac's group with the different stitches for the circles.
Yeah, that with the cable and everything.
I just think
that's an interactive element. They got that, but the actual design, I think it needed to be. They specifically said, think superheroes.
I think the problem is
fantastical beasts.
The problem is, it's because they had to each draw an element. That whole stupid. It's not just make a wall hanging. Now let's add some stupid extra fluff to it.
Yeah.
Draw this, and that's what did him in, I think.
But then, what's the point of the judges giving them guidelines of what they want to see? If I'd have been judging that, I'd have gone, well, where's the superhero?
I don't think they care.
But what's the point in giving them guidelines if they're not going to enforce those guidelines?
8 hours and they're not happy. You could have come out with the most fantastical beast, the cohesive stitch and background. Like, it could have been executed to the pole perfectly. It would have had zips, whistles, bells, lights. It would have solved algebra for you, and then they would have gone, dropped a stitch there. You've ruined my life. The judges have no chemistry. And they seem to be like, halfway through the challenge going, that's not very good, is it? And then walking off, and you're just like, well, don't be doing that.
But I did think, because they mentioned in the main challenge about Dipty's lettering not being very clear and that she should make it clearer. And then she outlined it, but then when they were judging it, they said, oh, I thought you'd do smaller stitches. They never said, they could have said, oh, why don't you outline it in small stitches, like give her a hand kind of thing.
And I know people will say, well, they're judging it. Then shut up. Stay over in the corner and we'll shout you when we're ready for you to look at it. Don't be walking around offering advice and weighing on people's dreams. and then wander it off, because it just doesn't help. And it really bothers me how they're cutting the episodes at the minute, because it none of it flows.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, that's an interesting zip, and then it'll cut to one of the judges going, and then everyone, like, it'll cut to someone in, like, Isaac going, and then you just move on. And you're like,
They've just got reaction shots.
Yeah.
They're splicing in.
That they just hope it flows, and they're trying to. It doesn't work. And if we wasn't making these videos,
we wouldn't be watching it.
And if we wasn't getting asked by every other customer,
yeah,
then I definitely wouldn't be tuning in.
But something that I was saying to someone in the shop earlier, well, no, last week, sorry. We haven't seen anybody come in the shop and specifically say, I've been watching the Game of Wool and now I want to learn how to knit.
No.
Nobody has said that.
I've seen more uptake in people wanting to knit or crochet from a TikTok video
yeah.
that's trending than that
It's
show.
not the... When we first started hearing about it, and like for the past year that we've known about it, we've said if it creates some buzz around the craft of knitting, not crochet, knitting, then that's great. And if we get more people wanting to learn how to knit, that's great. It hasn't done that. It hasn't had that effect. The people that are watching it are existing knitters that want to know what it's about, and we're excited because finally their hobby
is being seen
and showcased, and people can see what the, like, all the different things that you can do. But that's not what's happened at all. And people have just got annoyed of it and stopped watching it. So then nobody's watching it because you've not got new people watching it.
And there's a lot of discourse online, particularly from seasoned crafters that are just like, look, if you're going to call it something, just call it a game of wool. And yeah, there'll be people that will be angry because you're using acrylics, but you're calling it a game of wool. But then at least it gives you a free rein to use crochet and whatever other stitch.
It's the fact that they've put Britain's best knitter underneath Game of Wool. Daniel, please can you insert a picture of the logo to prove my point, because people keep telling me I'm wrong.
Here you go.
Why are they crocheting?
I've seen enough crocheting groups on Facebook recently that are getting annoyed by it. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Crocheting is a different craft. I can crochet. I don't often crochet because I prefer knitting. I can crochet. But if I was on that show, I want to show you my knitting skills. I've spent
there was pretty much
20 odd years, maybe longer, I don't even know, 30 years learning all the skills of knitting. I want to showcase that, not crochet.
I think this entire episode there was barely any. I don't think there was any talk of knitting.
Oh,
so
there was talk of knitting because they did knitting in the group challenge. They did the cable knitting on the caterpillar.
Oh yeah, they spent like 5 seconds on it. Probably obligatory just to check the list.
But they didn't. Like in last week's episode, Tom said quite a few times, looking for Britain's best knitter. Didn't say that this week at all.
It is what it is.
But then the big knitter of the week, that's what they call it when you get the sheep badge.
Even though it was a crochet.
Was Isaac,
yeah.
who won because it was a crochet challenge.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's nonsensical.
Somebody in the production has gone, yes, these crafts are interchangeable. Let's upset an entire community.
I genuinely think it was. We need to. Tom Daly. We've been offered Tom Daly. What does Tom Daly do? Swimming. We ain't got a pool big enough. Oh, it knits. Yeah, let's just do that. Done. Well, that's it. We'll watch next week's. It's almost over.
What are they doing next week?
I can't remember. Oh, food.
Oh yeah, knitted food.
Elsa's doing a roast.
Roast dinner.
It's going to be great.
At least it's knitted. Can you remember that headband that I used to have at Christmas that was a full turkey dinner?
Yeah. That was awful.
I haven't got that anymore.
Good.
Yes.
What did you think? Are you still watching it? Did you enjoy it? What would you do to improve it if you was given the option? Because for me, it would be one challenge per episode. They have a week or whatever, and just focus on different types of knitting. There is enough different stitches and challenges, an accessory challenge, a garment challenge, a dog coat challenge.
I'd be so interested to see like the process of designing what their finished product would be, and like them making their gauge swatch, and okay, this isn't to the right gauge, I need to go up a needle size, down a needle size. doing little swatches of colour work. That's the kind of thing that I'm interested. You know, like when we went to Sirdar in the summer and they had all of the mood boards and stuff for the collections. That's the kind of thing that I would like to see.
Give them more free reign. Right, you've got a week. You've got to make a children's outfit. Go. Someone might use 4-ply, someone might use chunky, someone might use double knit. And the person that does 4-ply is going to eat their own face because it's going to take forever.
Yeah.
And the person that's done chunky might have done it sooner, but then the kids might moan that it's too warm when they're running around kicking each other.
Yeah.
There's elements there that can make it interesting.
And actually, I've just remembered something. They said that they were testing it on the children and they were playing outside. They literally had 3 children and
for 5 seconds.
And they only tested like the bee.
No, they tested them all, but it was very quick shots.
Oh, I was knitting when I was watching it.
They must have kidnapped the kids for like 10 minutes. And then the parents like found them and they were like, oh God, right, okay, you go back.
Feral children.
Yeah. Anyway, should we go back to work?
Yes. And we'll see you next week.
Would you like Hannah to watch MasterChef?
I don't think I've ever watched it.
I don't know how.
I've watched the Great British Menu.
Do you know, I don't know if anyone else does this. I used to really enjoy cooking shows when I was starving. Like, I could eat my own toes, and I'd just watch someone make a beef Wellington.
So in this video, you've said that you're going to eat your own toes, eat your own face. Like, are you just hungry?
For the final, I'm just going to, like, go in on myself like an imploding black hole.
Wow.
And then that's it, new era of...
Big finale.
Yeah, it's the new era of Knit Nottingham where I'm just a disembodied voice in the ceiling. It's going to be great.
I'm going to yawn.
Don't do it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. We will see you next week. And we'll see what knitted food brings. At least it's knitted.
Yeah. Like I say, let us know what you thought. Next video from us should be on your spinning wheel.
Should it now?
Yeah. But not in Sherwood Forest. It's just too cold. Anyway, have a lovely week and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.